this one, which we all hate. I hate this boiler, and I think a lot of engineers hate this boiler. First thing you can see down here, we've got a lot of red dust. Boiler has been locking out on overheat. The electrodes have been replaced, I've been told, but watch this. Right, keep an eye on the mirror. Right, that's nice and clear. Welcome. We are today, Friday, the 29th of August. And I'll be honest, I kind of feel like I've got the post-holiday blues, I think. I think that's what it is, because I just can't be bothered today. I've done 2 jobs already. I've done 1 gas safety, 1 boiler service and gas safety combination. And there was a gas leak there, which 6 millibar drop as well. So not even a small one. And luckily, it was on the connection to the gas valve on the boiler. So I managed to nip that up, retested it, no drop. Otherwise, that could have really messed my day up today. But yeah, I got back from Venice 3 days ago, and I'm just really tired. I think it's the lack of sleep, because our flight coming back was delayed. We didn't get home till 1 a.m. and then had about 4 hours sleep, had to get up, get the kids ready. Yesterday was nice because I had a day off with Arian. We went to see The Bad Guys 2, we went to Nando's, just had a nice little father-son day before he starts school again next week. Going into year 1, can you believe it? But yeah, today is just like, luckily it's Friday, so I've got the weekend. But I think it's a combination of tiredness and post-holiday blues probably. And I know silly season's just around the corner. And the weather don't help today. It is very grey and rainy today. But the job I'm here to do today, it is replacing a ruptured pot oil expansion vessel, and also the D2 discharge off of the unvented cylinder is in overflow. So I'm going to renew that in copper. So let's go upstairs, let's get set up, and then I'll come back to filming once I'm up there. Here's the job. So I've got that to replace, and that is all going to get renewed in copper. That's literally just poking out the wall, so hopefully I should just be able to pull that back through the wall, and then should I do a bender? I don't know if I'm going to get the benders out or if I'm just going to use an elbow there, an elbow there. I will probably just use a couple of elbows, I reckon. But first things first, let's do that. So already isolated the cold feed to that. Gonna pump that out and then get it replaced. Right, new vessel's on, water's back on. Now let's tackle this discharge, get that done. By the way, this Unilight, it's probably going to get washed out, the MTB 5000. So this is the one where you put your own power tool battery in there. It comes with Makita, Milwaukee, DeWalt and Metabo adapters. So I've got a 5 amp battery in there. This is actually used from that last job where I was doing the 2 underfloor heating wiring centers. And as you can see, I've still got 40% battery left on it. I've not got it on the brightest setting, but for jobs like this, it's perfect to light up your working space. So remember, I've got a code for that. If you want anything from Unilight, head over to the website. I'll put the link in the description. Use my code UNCLE and you'll get 25% off anything you buy from Unilight. Some of these lights are very, very handy. But now I'm going to take some stuff down and bring up some copper and we'll get that done. Whilst I'm up here, just try and pull it out at least. One less thing to worry about. There's only 1 clip. That's fine. Yeah, I was afraid of that happening, and that's okay. It's only because it's rendered on the outside. I might have to, oh, there we go. Yeah, I can see daylight. Right, that's cool. Just need to go and get another bit like this made up. So I actually did end up pulling a bend, but I did it downstairs and I left the camera up here, so it didn't record me bending it, but that's fine. I have left it a little bit longer. I had used the overflow pipe as a reference point, so I can trim it on the top, trim it on the bottom. Then I've got my length here to poke out as well. So let's just get this all done. Oh, also one press elbow to go on. Right, that's all done. The exit pipe is actually going at a slight angle, so that's why when you look at it closely, it's pulled slightly away from the wall. But I wasn't going to go and start drilling a brand new hole just for that. It still does the same job. It's just going out and we're done. Right, I'm at my next job. Boiler service. It's basically a Baxi Solo, Potterton Performer. Is it the Potterton Performer? Let's flip you guys around. Potterton Pro Max, sorry. This one, which we all hate. I hate this boiler, and I think a lot of engineers hate this boiler. First thing you can see down here, we've got a lot of red dust. Boiler has been locking out on overheat. The electrodes have been replaced, I've been told, but watch this. Right, keep an eye on the mirror. Right, that's nice and clear. As soon as I do that, look at that. That seal is completely blown. So you know what that means. I've got a new set of seals with me. So I'm going to replace the seals. I also need to, I'm going to replace the condense trap. Let me flip you around again. In there, let's get some light on there. I know that I'm not even going to risk trying to clean that out because of how much heat has been generating within this combustion area. Trying to clean that out, it's probably gone brittle and will probably crack, so it's not worth trying to risk that. So let's get this powers down there. I also need to lubricate the heating zone valve as well because it's bypassing a little bit or letting by. So I'm going to sort that out, a few spares there. So I'm going to isolate the power and get to work on servicing this. Combustion case off. I mean, the main heat exchanger needs a clean, but it's not in terrible condition. I'm going to remove the fan obviously and the burner. I'm going to remove the burner just so that when I clean this, none of the stuff goes onto it, but I need to remove the fan in order to get the condense trap out anyway. But let me show you the condition of the combustion door seal. Sorry, I should say what seal, because that is completely perished. Well, the top one's all right, but it was that side that was blowing out from, and I'm not surprised because there's not even a seal there. So let me get the seal kit out the van, and the condense trap. We'll start taking it all apart and put it all back together. Now, if you've never done one of these before, to get to the condense trap, you have to remove the fan. To remove the fan, you got electrical connection there. You've got 2 spade connectors. Now, this is actually the overheat stat, and this is what's been tripping out. Because that combustion door seal has perished, it's been obviously getting extremely hot inside here, and when it gets hot, that trips out, and when it cools down, it then comes back on again. So we just need to remove these spade connectors. Don't drop the uni light. So remove the 2 spade connectors there, disconnect the flame rectification lead from the condense trap because that's also a safety device. We need to undo that little screw there, and that will allow us to remove the gas tube from there. And we've got 2 wing nuts that will then allow the fan to drop down, and then you can pull it out. I haven't got much space to set the camera up here anyway, but I will see if I can record me removing it. If not, I'll just have to remove it and then come back to it. I've undone the 2 wing nuts from there, loosened that up, so now that gas pipe will basically just pull out of there. Now you can see the fan has already dropped down, and now that will just pull out like so. That's one of the easiest fans to remove. Now we've got a bit more play in there, so we can get to that condensate strap, sort that out, give this a little hoover out in here, clean out the main heat exchanger. I'm gonna undo the burners. You got 2 8mm bolts underneath which is holding it in, so remove that, give this all a clean, and then pop it all back together. We're gonna remove the condensate strap now. To remove the condensate strap, you've got to loosen that, which I've already done. It's all hand tight, so pop that down. We already undone the flame rectification lead. We've got the earth terminal to loosen up, so there's just 1 screw at the back there. I'll undo that. Right, that's loose. And then down here we have, so that's the nut that actually holds the condensate strap to the base of the boiler, and then this is just the condensate strap nut. There isn't a nut on this. That's where you normally drain it out from to clean the condensate strap, but as you can see, I wouldn't even risk trying to clean that because that will probably break. So now that that's done, it should just lift forward like so, and don't have to, yeah, that is fully off of there. And now it's a case of trying to wiggle it up and out. And don't worry about if it breaks because we are replacing it, but that should, I think it's because the overflow pipe's sitting inside it. I need to, right, well, you get the gist. I think I'm going to need 2 hands to try and wrestle this out. So let me get it out first. Okay, easier way. Rather than try and pull it forward, tip it to the side. There we go. That is out. That screw's still on there, so don't lose that screw. That's out. I'm going to clean all this out inside. Now, I didn't remove the burner because I undid the 2 screws and I tried to actually remove the burner, but it's stuck down solid. I don't want to disturb that burner seal, so what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to put something over the burner just to cover it up whilst I clean this out, and then I will probably just blast some air through the base to clear out any debris that might be in there. We'll give all this red dust a bit of a hoover, get it all out. Now, servicing these, there's not really a great deal. You don't use water, you just literally just brush the fins out, and then I've got my wet vac. I'm gonna put that on blow and then just blow it. My air duster has run out of battery, unfortunately, so this is how I'm gonna do it. You can see that's already cleaning up a lot better already. Just gonna do all that and then sort the rest out. Right, might get a little bit noisy. Stick a bit of water, we don't want that. Right, here's the new condensate trap. Part number, if anyone wants it, is that. Now, I know what you're gonna say, why do you need to use the instructions to fit the condensate strap? And I'll tell you why, because if you don't fit it how they say it, you will be fighting against it. So follow the instructions, because you've got to fit it in a certain order in order to make sure you get it in. Otherwise, as you're trying to get it in, it will get stuck. And I'm telling you, from personal experience, when I didn't follow the instructions, why do I need the instructions? A condensate trap, I just got to pop it in. I got stuck. Now to take it all out again, luckily I hadn't thrown the instructions away, read them, followed them, and you went in a dream. So basically, you've got to get the condensate trap, you've got to get it in, and then you have to angle it up. No, sorry, what am I saying? You actually need to take the little rubber boot off this top part here, and you need to actually thread this on. Let me show you actually. It's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back to me. So you actually need to thread that on first. I haven't done one of these in ages, but I'm pretty sure this is how you got to do it. You don't want to cross thread it either. Come on. No, that's crossing. There we go. Yeah, so you get that one nice and tight. And then what you do, as you slip the condensate trap in, this, you sort of bend that forward, and then that little nipple slots in. I tried to do it the other way, it doesn't work. This is the way you got to do it. So follow the MIs. Right, this is the bit I was saying. So I've got the trap in loosely. Now what you need to do here is tip that towards you as that goes down. See how that's in, like that. Now the next tricky bit is getting that earth screw on there. That bit's okay now, so I can do that up. I'll push the condensate pipe into there, do that up. So this is securing the condensate strap to the actual boiler, and then we've got this one which actually screws the condensate pipe into the condensate trap. So I'll get all that done, and then I can come back, start putting the fan on. Need to replace the seals on there as well, which I've got there. Door seal kit part number is there. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to replace the combustion door seal. These door seals look okay. I've got those as well, but they seem fine. Those are the main ones that need replacing. So now I'm literally just going to put it all back together, and then I'll come back to it once we are back together. Right, we are flame on. Now let's do our mirror test first. It's looking good. Looking good. No steam, that's a good sign. Yep. All good. And around this side. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I freed up the heat exhaust valve, that's all good. Let's pop this on. Now I'm going to do a sweep test around there, because that's also a common point of failure. Analyzer is on. In fact, let me push this cone back. Do a little sweep test around here. Make sure we aren't getting any readings. So far, so good. Yeah, that's not picking anything up there. Right, so now, oh, you guys might notice that. So whoever worked on this before me, they'd actually snapped the bolt. So that bottom screw wasn't even doing anything, it wasn't bolted in at all. Luckily, the customer, well, her brother, he was right next door, he had rivets. So although we didn't have the exact same size, we managed to pop a rivet in, and now we have a secure screw. Happy days. There we go. I know obviously it's out here, but yeah, we've got no ppm coming out there. So now I can do my 26.9 checks. Gas meter's right here, so well, I might as well start gas rating it. 26.9s, and then as long as that's all good, I'm out of here.